Have you ever traveled through time? We do it every day.
Asgardia is a country with a population of more than 1 million people from more than 200 countries on Earth. Asgardia gives everyone equal opportunities, no matter what their earthly status is.
It is possible to create and live in the future right now. Are you ready? Forward progress is the solution to the entire human race. Our mission is to bridge new horizons. In Asgardia, there is no limit to the universal development in the fields of technology, finance, and arts. Asgardia is a new space and digital economy which creates opportunities for the global economy. We deliver innovations. Do you want to get on board with us? We are developing various kinds of digital businesses, attracting them to the Asgardia platform that can be backed by the means of our umbrella, i.e. franchising of the Asgardia brand. We can not only attract investments into space programs from prominent institutional investors, but also affordable amounts from the citizens of Asgardia. We comprise of more than 1 million people.
Asgardia is a chance to realize one's dream. This is a dream-driven space nation. Asgardia is a chance to belong to a community of free-thinking enthusiasts, goal-driven dreamers, and fearless innovators, theorists, and scientists.
We are the first space nation. One humanity, one unity.
Asgardia.
We are creating
the future.
Yeah, the chat's saying it's still not live. Okay, we are live now.
Okay, thanks, John. Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the weekly question and answer session for the chairman of the Asgardian Parliament. The chairman of the Asgardian Parliament is not here tonight, and I'll explain why in a moment or two. My name is Peter Morn. I'm deputy chair of the Parliament, and it's my honour to be conducting this evening's meeting. The Asgardia is the first digital democracy and the first space nation, and we're very proud of that. And anyone watching who's not yet a resident, please do join up as a resident, because we need more power to give ourselves more of a voice in the terrestrial world, which will help us to develop our work that we are doing in the celestial world, including looking for the first birth of a baby conceived and born in space, and of course to put our foot under the table of the world's powers to show them that we are in fact the Parliament of space. Lembit Obik, who is our chair of Parliament, is currently on his way back from a meeting with the founder of Asgardia, Dr. Igor Ashabeli, and he's been having meetings with him on strategic planning for our nation this week, together with our Prime Minister. And it's been apparently, he tells me, a wonderful week, and with some many major strategic opportunities for Asgardia. And it's exciting, he says, although a lot of it that he and the head of nation have decided upon is confidential at this time. And we will be having further announcements at our next digital parliamentary sitting, which is something for everyone to look forward to. We're very excited, but unfortunately sworn to secrecy at the moment. And I know that it seems like everybody's been downvalued because you've got me chairing this meeting and not the chairman of Parliament. But if you have any questions about what's happening or questions about Asgardia generally, I will try and answer them. I'm not Lembit, never will be Lembit, couldn't be Lembit. I don't have an unusual enough name to be Lembit, but I am his deputy and here to help. Anybody got anything they want to bring up now at this stage? I can tell you that a lot of individual Asgardian members of Parliament have raised individual questions and issues which they wanted put to Dr. Ashabeli, and Lembit has put all of those points to Dr. Ashabeli, and individual replies are being sent back to each member of Parliament who raised such queries, and they will be communicated to them on a one-to-one basis by Lembit when he's back, which in fact is later on tonight when he gets back from his meeting and back into the United Kingdom. So, anybody else got any questions? I think you're all scared because Lembit's not here. I am a lawyer, but I have to tell you that we have a thing called I won't go into the details of what it's necessarily called, but we do have confidentiality, and we also can't have conflict. So consequently, I may be a lawyer, but I can't sue any of you. So you don't have to worry about raising any issues with me, because I promise I'll be gentle. I promise that I won't sue, although Lembit might shout at you when he gets back.
You want money?
Sorry, go on. No, I'm surprised Ariadne hasn't had anything to say yet. She's always full of good ideas and suggestions. I think we've even scared her off, though. Ariadne, oh no, there you are. Come on, Ariadne.
Well, I'm so happy because I saw Ross chest right, and that's wonderful. It's a great notice for me, and I feel so great and happy. Welcome here, Ross.
Indeed, Ross was at the earlier meeting of the chairs of committees, so I knew he was getting back into the swing, and it was delightful to see him. You're quite right, Ariadne, and I'm very, very pleased that we have done, and that will be hopefully a regular occurrence over the next few weeks and months. And I think John Fine's about to berate him, so go on, John.
Yeah, I was just wondering, is there any information at all that you could tell us about his meeting? Even just a general rundown?
Well, the general rundown, every member of the Parliament has received, or should have received, a letter from Lembit earlier on today. And he tells me a little more than you, but not much more, believe you me, that there are going to be further announcements, and there's exciting projects on the stocks now, and they will be coming out in the course of the next few weeks, and certainly in time for the next digital sitting. I can't really tell you a lot because he said a lot of it's confidential, but it's going to be lots of ideas brought forward, and they're going to be inspirational and profitable for Asgardia, not for us as individual members of the Parliament. But he's led me to believe that the excitement is enormous, that we are going to all be thrilled when we hear about all these plans, and that it's worth waiting for. So that's probably all I can tell you, which is not much use here, I know. But believe you me, nothing will be done behind your backs. You're the Parliament, and the Parliament is supreme in Asgardia. So nothing will be done without your say-so, without your approval, and without your support. So
it's going to be private?
It's private at the minute, but it'll be public once Lembit announces it.
Yes. Okay.
And it's nothing that will be in any way concerning. It'll be very, very exciting for all of you. He says he and the head of nation discussed some major strategic opportunities for Asgardia, and they'll become key fields of activity for us in the months to come. And it's
Good.
exciting work, he says, but unfortunately, it is confidential at this time. So all I can say is hang in there, support what we're doing, follow what we're doing, and we'll be in space sooner than we would have been before those ideas were announced, and they will be announced very soon. Ariadne, is yours a historical hand or is it a new hand up?
No, it's okay. I want to say something. And I received a letter from Chairman Lambit. He said, when I have the answer of the head of the nation, I recall you. And I love that because many of us send messages to our head of the nation and with proposals, with ideas, and with suggestions. And that's wonderful for me because we are waiting for the news. And all the time we feel the expectation to see again in the media our head of the nation. And well, that's wonderful for me. I feel concerned because many airplanes with the drones, with the trouble so near to Russia, needs to put in careful to arrive there. But I hope all the things in the traveling for Sherman Lambit are be peaceful. I hope that.
Thank you, Ariadne. Well, in fact, I can tell you that he's currently at something like 37,500 feet, heading back towards home. And I can also tell you that all of the issues you raised to go to Head of Nation have been put to Dr. Asher Bailey, discussed, and Lembit is bringing back answers to all of you. So those who raised issues will get a personal delivery of the response when Lembit is back. And he's already got those responses and he wants to deliver them on a personal basis on behalf of Dr. Asher Bailey. So don't worry, your questions will all be answered. All right. John Fine.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to tell everybody that those of you who may not know, the HON has a website, his own website for part of his organization that he runs as a business, I think. Anyway, you can go on it and look at it and everything, and he always has articles in there. There was a small article on his parliament in there, several other different articles too, for different things that were going on. That there was actually something in there I didn't know about that was in there, and that is happening in Asgardia. I can't remember what it was right now, but it was in there. I read the article. How I found the website, I just put Dr. Igor Ejabeli website, but I knew he had one in the Google search and it came up. And I use it in Google, so Google translates it. Everything's in Russian, so but Google will translate it all to English if I set it up to do that. But they are attempting to convert the website over to some English anyway. I noticed that they have a little drop down thing that says English. They're working on it. It's not right yet, but they're working on it. But it's an interesting website to go into. You can get a lot of insight on the HON and what he's doing in other areas, and to include Asgardia, because he always seems to include a little bit about Asgardia in there. So anyway, in case you're wondering, I'm just letting everybody know.
Thank you, John. That's very useful for those who didn't know. Anything else, anyone? Apart from the fact that we're missing Lembit, but Lembit says I have to ask for any other business. So, is there any other business? we'll have a much more thorough meeting next week when Lambert's here. But I think for the time being, everybody's had enough of listening to my voice droning on. So I will bring the meeting to a close. Wish you all a good week. Wish you all a hoo, and hope to see you all next week. So there's not too many people online, so we'll just start counting it down now, and I'll close it down again completely in a few minutes. See you next week.
Oh, Asgardia.